Hello everyone. Very long time since I've made any kind of video. Usually I'm vlogging, so this is kind of a different style video. For me, I'm doing a sit down video. That's kind of why I tried to find like a good place to put you, because I haven't really done a sit down video in my new home. So here I am doing a sit down video. I have a lot to talk about. First, I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room is why I stopped vlogging. If you are a teacher and you are living the post-pandemic teaching life, it's a lot. It's crazy. There's a lot going on. It's a very busy time, and mentally and physically, I just felt like I needed to cut back on something, or I was just going to be really miserable. And honestly, like, cutting back on my YouTube content was kind of the best option. There were weeks I wanted to vlog, and I started vlogging, and I got a few clips here and there, like our spirit days and stuff, and it just kind of failed. Like, I didn't end up vlogging like the rest of the day, or like skipped a couple of days, and so it just all kind of backfired. A couple of my life updates before I go into teaching, because majority of my life updates are teaching related, and I wanted to talk about like my first 3.5 months as a teacher and like how it's going and everything like that. So first of all, I am engaged. I think I briefly discussed that in my last vlog I made, but I am engaged. Tomorrow's our engagement shoot. We are getting married on September 2nd of 2023. So literally in like 8 months. I'm so excited. But wedding planning has also just taken up so much of my time, and like, it's a lot to keep up with and also be a teacher. So once I kind of got wedding planning into my mix of all my things, that's when YouTube was really put on the back burner. I've been making a lot of TikToks, because TikToks are literally 1 to 3 minutes and they're super quick to make. Most of my TikToks lately have been about Taylor Swift. I am just really excited because I got Eras Tour tickets. It was a long process to get those tickets, but I am seeing Taylor Swift on June 4th, and I'm very, very excited. Now I'm gonna go into my first 3 months of teaching. I'm gonna start off by saying college truly does not prepare you for the amount of things you go through as a teacher. I feel like student teaching doesn't even give you a realistic look at what the life of a teacher really entails. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of background. The school I work at has a really high Latino population, and most of my students are English language learners. So on top of making sure that my students are meeting the standards, I also have to be aware of like the language barrier and like the understanding of language that they have to go through. So reading is more difficult because there is some language gaps, and so that's been really hard. There's a lot more data collection than a usual data collection would look like. I feel like we're constantly progress monitoring, and we're constantly doing all those things. I also have some behavior issues that takes up a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. And because of that, I feel like mentally at the end of the day, I come home exhausted and drained. There have been so many days I've just come home and cry because of the day I've had, because of the things that I put up with that day. Sometimes I honestly feel like it takes the joy out of the job for me. The kindness I get from students recharges me when some students are struggling or having a bad day, or showing love in a way that isn't very loving. But yeah, there have been days where I have felt like quitting or walking away from a job, and I am gonna keep that 100% real with you. Like, teaching is hard. The first year of teaching is extremely difficult. There's so many things you come in thinking you know and you don't know. So I'm gonna answer a couple of the questions I've been getting throughout the months. Today I put a Q&A on my TikTok and my Instagram and got a couple of questions. So the first question I got is, were there things you were not prepared for? And honestly, the behavior issues, the things that students deal with outside of school that really impact them in the classroom, the data collection, and the language barrier with ELs. Those were all things that I just feel like I wasn't prepared for and that I've really learned a lot about in the last 3.5 months. So yeah, there's just a lot that college and student teaching did not prepare me for. Even as a dual certified person, like, I have my elementary and my special education degree and license, and I still feel like I struggle with students who have special needs because they're not all the same. It is not a one size fits all thing. So it's been really difficult. The second question is, how are you doing? Do you feel like the school year has gone fast or slow? Some weeks feel very fast. It's like I blink and it's Friday. Some weeks feel like they have been going on 2-3 weeks. Like, there's days that feel long, there's days that feel short. And the school year as a whole, I think it's gone really fast. I feel like I was just starting my teaching career in August, and now it is January, and that's so crazy to me. Like, the behaviors and some of the things that just happen throughout the day, my whole class as a whole's behaviors, like, it's been really hard, and the days do feel long sometimes, especially this first week after winter break has been crazy, trying to get back in routines and procedures and some of the things kids are trying to get away with. It is just so crazy to me that these kids can forget everything in like 10 days. And yeah. The next question I received is, how did your students react when you told them you were engaged? Oh my God. Like, literally the cutest thing. So we have morning meeting every day, and I put on like my morning meeting message, like, I have some really exciting news, please join me at the carpet. And I'm sitting at morning meeting like this, so they can't see my hand. And my boys, they were like, Miss Hyder, like, why are you sitting like that? And one of my girls was like, I know why. I saw Miss Hyder in the hall. She has a different ring on. And then another one of my girls was like, Miss Hyder, did you get engaged? And I was like, I did get engaged. And so then the next day, they all brought me like stuffed animals and like pictures and cards, and it was literally the cutest thing ever and one of the highlights of my entire year so far. That day was so special to me, and I loved it so much. What has been your favorite thing as a teacher so far? Anytime I get to really have fun. I am the Spirit Day Queen. That is what everyone calls me at school. So I love dressing up. I love an opportunity to just really show my personality in the classroom and just really show my creativity. So anytime I get to dress up or do something like really fun and crafty, that is when my heart really shines. And our reading curriculum, it's kind of hard to implement that stuff sometimes. We use CKLA for reading and Bridges for math. And I'm pretty familiar with Bridges, and I like how hands-on Bridges is. That is what I use for student teaching. So I was kind of familiar with it already, especially 3rd grade Bridges. But CKLA is totally new to me. So that's another thing that I'm really learning is like how to use this CKLA reading program because I had like never used it before. But yeah, so I love anytime I get to be creative or just like really show my personality. So I think that's like all the questions. I just kind of wanted to tell you like how I'm doing. Like mentally, it's been really hard this year. I've had a lot of anxiety about things. But my admin's really awesome. They're very supportive. I have a team of 6. There's 6 third grade teachers, so they're all very helpful. My mentor teacher's amazing, but the behavior issues has been the most difficult part and probably the thing that takes the toll the most on like my mental health. But other than that, I've been having a really good year and I'm excited to see how it progresses and how things change this second half of the year. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm really happy you took the time to watch like how I'm doing. Maybe I'll start vlogging more. I don't know, just life's been crazy with like wedding stuff and teaching and all that. So I'm not really sure when you'll see me again, but I'm gonna say it'll be soon. Whether it's like wedding planning. Let me know if you want to see like wedding planning videos or stuff like that, because that is something that really makes my heart happy. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all of those things. I'll put all my socials down below. If you want to donate to my Amazon wish list, that would be appreciated because there are still things that I need for my classroom. So thank you so much for watching and stay beautiful. Bye.